So in order to have a legacy challenge, you kind of need a founder sim and a starter home. So today we are making both of those things. Also, the mods for this series are in the description. So, making our founder sim, we are going to randomize her likes, dislikes, traits, all of that stuff. So, she is delightful, genius, determined, silly, and smart. Okay. Is this still broken? No. All right. So she likes gardening, photography, and violin. She dislikes black and purple, but she likes red. She dislikes deception, she likes jokes, she likes potty humor, and she likes silly behavior. She likes storybook decor. Okay, that'll be interesting to use. She likes country fashion. She dislikes emotional decision makers. She dislikes home buddy sims. She dislikes optimistic sims. And she likes pet enthusiasts. And then she dislikes alternative, pop, and R&B music. How do you randomize an aspiration? I don't think we can. Right. So, going off of all of that, we should probably give her some kind of knowledge-based aspiration. Or she likes gardening. So, freelance botanist. And then country fashion. Right. Well, let's start with customizing her appearance a bit. I'm not all that great at Create-a-Sim, so we're just going by presets. Yeah, and then honestly, I kind of like the short hair for her, given her general vibes. So let's see here. What's a country type hairstyle? What's a country style type hairstyle? Let's go with this one, I think. It works for all of things. So, right. Style, country, right. How is that giving country style? Am I just confused? Like, this and everything else that is being shown have two different vibes, I feel like. Oh, well. What colors does she like? Red. Oh, but she dislikes purple. We can go with that one. And then that sorta works, right? Surely. Yeah, we'll give her the cowgirl boots, or cowboy boots. Cow boots. Oh, what do I think of the tattoos she has? Because, like, I like the idea of her having tattoos. But I don't know what fits the vibe, you know? Geometric stuff is cool. But I also like this kind of like Merle-ish one, for lack of a better term. Are there any other different... Yes, this side has some different options, it looks like. Let's go with the waves, I suppose. Right. Back to outfits. Formal. Right, we do not have options here. Right, we're not going with the country fashion for this then, because the only country ones are more cottagecore, which don't love for her. So instead, let's go with this one. Or, okay, let's sort by color. Red. That's cute. Why does this qualify as red? Like, there's some red, but, like, probably not enough.
Huh.
Let's go with that one. I don't know. I just like it. Why you were wearing those? They have red bottoms. It's fine. Oh, but they're black. She doesn't like black. Okay. We'll go with that one. Now, athletic wear. We have one option. Wow. Okay. Okay, we are adding the outdoorsy filter because that is sort of similar to country, and it will give us more options. Because right now we have none. Why are there no athletic outdoorsy pants? Like, I feel like surely athletic. Right. We are going not off of what the clothes are actually sorted by, but instead their vibes. Okay. There, and then we get rid of those. And we thingamajiggy, and we pick a thingamajiggy, and that is her athletic outfit. Sleep. Alright. Style. Country. Nothing. Yeah. Right. Doesn't really fit her aesthetic though, does it? There aren't really any cute things for sleepwear. So, or well, there are cute ones, just not that many cute ones. So let's go with this. I don't know. I think it's cute. It sort of fits her vibe. And then let's give her bunny shoes, just because I like giving my Sims the bunny shoes. Party. Alright. Surely. Country. Yes. Alright. Go here. Style. Country. Yes. We have things. Great. And here, get rid of outdoorsy. We do have things. You don't get accessories. Shoes. Feminine. Party. Style. Country. We are getting rid of those stockings because, oh my gosh, they're honestly kind of horrendous. Okay, I like that. Swimwear. There we go. Hot weather. We'll go with the yellow option. I despise those shoes, but she doesn't really feel like a heels person either, so we'll go with those. Cold weather. We'll go with those. We'll go with the one option we have, but there's black. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Voila. Now we do have to name her. And should we give her some accessories? I don't know, she doesn't really feel like an accessories kind of girl, you know? Does that make any sense? Totally not just me being lazy? Right. Naming. Actually, you do kind of seem like a Tanya. Maybe. Sort of. Why was Lynch an option? Is Lynch an actual last name? Head. Albert. Hannah isn't a last name. Why are you giving me Hannah as a last name option? Redding. Sure. That can be your last name. Right. Identity. You know what? Customize sexual orientation. Congratulations. You are now bi. Right. This is our founder sim. So with our founder sim created, we need to make a starter home. And I am not going to be using any money cheats, so this is going to be a, like, proper starter home. And where else to build a starter home than in the most starter homey area of all starter homey areas, this area of Willow Creek. And I'm going to try and make the house kind of fit in with the houses of the area so that everything's kind of cohesive. So, no thanks. I said no thanks. I don't care. The Sims is already broken even without my mods breaking it further. It's fine. Right. Build mode. So, all of the houses on this street are very long, with some sort of jut out, usually. Well, the bigger ones have a jut out. These two don't. And they're both very sad and kind of pathetic. So, we are going to give ours a little jut out because we don't want our house to be sad and pathetic. So, let's go like this. And like this. And honestly, let's shift this over. Or, 1 second. What the frick just happened? Move house. Shift it over a few blocks. I meant tiles, not blocks. Is it blatantly obvious that I make Minecraft videos as well as Sims 4 videos yet? Jeez. That's fine. I'm not playing gameplay anyways, so surely that won't affect me right now. Then we'll also add a little jut out right there. And that totally won't look weird. Especially if we move it back one. There. Right. Roofing. All the houses got something like this. All of the houses have porches. Yes, okay, we need a porch, I fear. So let's add one. Then we'll also have to raise the house up. We take another roof and we go like, hello? This, like so. Oh, that's one of the houses that's been remodeled, isn't it? That's why it looks better than all of the other ones on this street. Oh well, my house isn't going to look better than all of the houses on this street. So, let's... How weird would this look? Not overly weird. And then we can do a flat one there. This just looks generally horrendous. Okay. We're gonna try fixing it. Keyword try. Like that is a little better. And I think we should just give both outcrops the same type of roof. Like that. Actually, let's just do one outcrop, probably, or do like one outcrop there, and then do like a second longer outcrop there. You know what? Let's just do that. That doesn't look horrible, I'm gonna say. Right. As far as siding goes, all of the houses except for this one, the like remade one, have like the thicker wall sidings. So we're gonna go with that. And since our sim likes the color red, we are making the house red. I think houses should be more colorful in general. It's just, houses are very boring sometimes. Then we use these. Is that a bit too much red? That might be a little bit too much red. We probably can't use the red siding, which is legitimately tragic, in my humble opinion. That's like a sort of reddish brown, isn't it? That just kind of looks like a barn, right? We'll go with this brown. It's a bit darker than the rest of the houses on the street, but I think I'm gonna say that that's okay. And then we will go with red roofing. No, that just doesn't look good, unfortunately. Let's say that that works, and then grab some roof trims. Like that. Sure. And then we'll want foundation, which, not that one. Not that one either. Foundation's a bit lower than everybody else's on the street. That's too high. Good enough, I guess. I don't like how dark the siding is compared to the siding of everybody else's on the street. So we'll go with this siding, because this is a starter home. It doesn't have to perfectly reflect our Sims' personalities or anything. It just kinda has to exist and not be completely terrible. And then... yeah, okay. I like that better. Fits better with the street, too, so... right. Columns for our porch. What do y'all got? Some of them have vaguely fancy ones, and some of them are rather plain. So let's just go based off of which one has a matching wood swatch, which this one does, which is rather nice of it. And then, as far as fencing goes, we can just go like that and grab 2 more of these, and then we can find some matching spandrels. Maybe. Doesn't seem all that likely at the moment. Why do you not have any matching spandrels? Why can I not have matching spandrels? Give me my matching spandrels. I want matching spandrels. Right, those feel a little bit fancy for the house, but it definitely looks better with them than without them. So we're going with them. Then we'll add some stairs and railings for the stairs and a door, which I should probably start thinking about budget sort of here. Like with having everything so wooden, would going to white for the doors and stuff be weird? Feels kind of weird. Yeah, let's go with that door. And then we can add... Aha! This one does have a good swatch. Right. And let's add a bay window. Where is the bay window? Give me the bay windows! Okay. Here. And that's all I'm going to do for the exterior until we have fit everything we need into the interior. So, let's open this up until we decide on a floor plan. Stick in some lights. So, let's do bedroom there, bathroom there, which we can give them doors, and then flooring, which we'll just do basics of, although she likes storybook. There is an option for in a non-horribly expensive one. Alright, that's nice. Then we go to walls with the same thing, and nothing. Right. We'll go with stucco, I guess. That's kind of storybook-ish feeling. And then let's start with decorating the bedroom, because I am most confident in my ability to make this storybooky. I am suddenly significantly less confident in my ability to make this storybooky. Right. We are extending the bedroom and shrinking the bathroom and shifting the door over. Right. Orange is red adjacent. Can give her an actual red dresser. And while that is technically all we need, we can fit a painting there. Bedroom needs windows. This back wall in general needs windows. So let's put like that, which is a bit weird, I will acknowledge, but whatever. And then put that there. Sure, that works. Right. Curtains. I'm once again operating under the theory that orange is red adjacent. But there's some actual red ones. Those there, and then here we can put those. And then we'll also put in a rug, of which we have one. And while this isn't technically the most, like, cohesive room, I think that it has its own little charm to it. And it's bare bones, I know, but we have $11,000 left for the entirety of the rest of the house. So it's going to have to stay bare bones. Bare bones. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean. And for what I am going to deem the next easiest, the bathroom, which will need a light there. Filter items, storybook. This is, once again, a little bit weird, but I kind of like it so far. Yeah, I don't know why I thought there would be a storybook themed toilet. Let's shrink you all the way down to be a little bath mat, like so. We'll have to do just a basic toilet, and then that's sort of storybooky. Dang, that bath has one singular swatch. And I want to have a shower, which means we're going... That is not red. Don't lie to me and say that that is red. Oh well, my sim will think it's red, which, good enough, I guess. And then we also need covering for that. And this tub just freaking ruins the entire thing. So we aren't going to be having a fully storybook themed bathroom, which was probably a bit much to ask in the first place for a starter home, you know? Whatever. That is... The shower kind of ruins it. I am aware. However, it's what we got. So, moving on. And as far as the kitchen goes, we won't be using storybooks because storybook theme, because I have these really cheap custom content counters downloaded. So we're using them. And like that. And I'll grab matching stove and refrigerator as well as the sink. And we can put in a window there. That looks kind of nice. I'll put that over it just to give a little bit of more storybook vibes. And I'll put in some shelves that we won't be able to clutter right now, but at some point in the future, we will. Let's also put a window there. And we don't have a curtain for it, but whatever. Kitchen is going to stay very bare bones. And then as far as the dining area goes, or you know what, let's do the living room first and then try and fit in a eat-in area. Let's do that same semi-obnoxious red. We can sort of call that storybooky. And then we'll also want one. Actually, let's grab half wall and put TV on it. That will look better once we have a bigger TV. Swear. We'll put bookshelf on the table like that. We can fit a desk here. Give it a computer. That clips 5 feet. That was a bit expensive, but we're getting somewhere, so I shall ignore that for now. Oh, she likes to play the violin. We'll put one of those in her bedroom. We'll put a small rug there. We'll put a dining table here, I guess. Like so. And that is all of the necessities, I think. Although, let's buy a speaker. And this wall needs more windows. So, put one like that. And then two like that, I think. Like that, yeah. Right. And I'm not going to give those curtains yet, because we are very much almost broke, and I still want to put some stuff outside. Namely, since, you know, we like gardening, and we have the gardening aspiration, some gardening beds and pots. And then I also want to keep some money on hand so that we can, you know, buy food and stuff. So this is our incredibly pathetic looking starter house. Okay, we can do a couple of things to make this look a little bit better. Namely, we can do this, pretend that we've added plants. I could go into debug, but that is incredibly annoying to do. And this is my legacy challenge. If I say we should buy plants, we should buy plants. It'll give us something to work towards, at least. In addition to, you know, curtains and clutter for the shelves and stuff. And we can also outline the house in a little bit of a darker thing. I honestly don't know what this adds, but it adds something. And it was a building hack. that I was told of. And as such, I do it blindly. That does genuinely make it look a little bit better. You know what? We can afford a tree. One singular tree. Like there. That honestly makes the house look, the lot look even more pathetic. But like, okay, we'll add like that. And we can add a couple of flowers, surely. Yeah, see, that looks even less pathetic. Anyways, that gasp was because I realized we haven't added trash cans. So, trash can. And we also need a trash can inside, which we will stick right there. Then we want one of these, and also one of these. And that leaves us a little over $1,000. So I'm gonna call the house done because I don't want to be completely broke and not be able to afford food or anything when we actually start playing.